I'm having breakfast in bed this morning, delivered to me by my colleague, Andrew. It's very nice of him. Now, Andrew lives on a boat.
I do.
A yacht, he calls it.
It is a yacht, it sails.
And he will be in a future episode.
Yes, you're more than welcome to come down and have an explore on the Norfolk Broads.
Any Americans watching the Norfolk Broads are not available women. They are in fact a system of rivers and canals dug out by Stone Age people to extract peat, which has now filled in. Wow, that was a nice little surprise. But while the other one's still warm, might as well eat this burrito in bed as well. And to those of you who are wondering, where are the crumbs gonna go? Don't worry your pretty little heads about it. Oh my god, I've just been spending the last hour zonked out asleep after my last shift of the week in a little car park with a diesel heater on, just purring away there. It's just so beautifully lukewarm in here, absolutely silent. And if you haven't done it yet, get some nutritious tin food. You never know when you won't be able to get such things. And they're not that expensive. I forgot to use the bogs in Lidl's. Good enough for government work. Well, have you seen the way the government works? Controversially. I messed up the shot. Sorry. Now, I was thinking of doing a historical reenactment, a reshoot of the shot I missed. As a professional filmmaker might. But there aren't enough of you buggers watching this show to turn me professional. Damn you all to hell. It's the end of November 2022 now, and temperatures are starting to head towards freezing. I mean, I've got a diesel heater, but I didn't turn it on last night. However, I did wake up noticing I left my left arm out of the duvet. Now, you might think that rubbing a frozen arm all over your warm torso and nether regions is a strange form of entertainment, but half of you watching now to sit down and stare at a rectangle in the corner of the room that does nothing but brainwash you with lies. There are so many harmless forms of entertainment that are completely legal, it's amazing anyone turns to crime. Oh yeah, I know where to turn to crime. Greed and finance addictions. Pathetic. That's what happens when you try to do things with one hand while filming with the other. However, since the bowl is clean and the milk is half full, it's time to bring back an old classic. This isn't just food, this is Lidl's food. Fasten the lid hand tight. Buying Russian oil from India. At 4 times the price. You know the drill. Now, you may get dog walkers look at you like you're a bit tough, but they have to spend twice a day, they have to walk into places where only bombers and police go, and van lifers, to walk an animal just so it can have a poo, just so that they can pick up the poo in a plastic bag and put it in a bin, and hope that that dog doesn't attack their family, ruin their furniture, or chew their cash. And as crazy as dog walking is, it's still better than watching television, like miles, picking up another animal's poo, warm poo, in a thin plastic bag. That is way better for you psychologically than watching television. Alright, it's a bit warm in here now, so I'm going to need to put it outside to settle. Hopefully nobody will remove it. All that head banging's messed up my comb over. Anyway, before the dessert, of my breakfasts.
What about second breakfast? Don't think he knows about second breakfast, Pip.
It's time for the quick anti-pasty snaffle. Oh, the selfie lens has a little bit of a focus. Look, I've got some depth of field. And not an f-stop or an SLR tripod in sight. Now the question is, you've all been asking, and I've been asking myself, should I have another penguin before the Angel Delight congeals? You know, I watch a few van life videos. Probably not as many as you, the people who watch this and don't bother making videos of your own. But yes, in the time I have between making and editing my own videos, I hear other people talking about the issues with mental health. Now, I was very fortunate to have been struck down by depression. Extremely fortunate to be struck down by depression between the ages of 17 and 19. Now, why was that so fortunate? Because I got it out the way and learned how to handle mental illness early doors, like real early doors, before grown adulthood, really. And the trick is, you have to live life doing what you like and liking what you do.
You can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
And if you feel that anyone's trying to manipulate you to do something, like, I don't know, inject yourself with a potentially lethal poison just so you can carry on working, then you have to think for a minute.
Things that make you go,
Is that what I want to do? Would I have chosen that of my own accord, or am I being manipulated? And it goes the other way as well. Stress can also come from thinking that you can control what other people ought to do, what they ought to think, what they ought to believe. That is a fool's errand. Just hang around with people you like, and if you've got some tards in your group of friends or family, you have to cut those dogs loose because they won't hunt. Obviously, if the members of your family are under 18, you're legally obliged to feed them and allow them to survive until the age of 18. But if you're just by yourself in a van, or in a van with somebody you've actually purposefully chosen to spend the rest of your life with, deliberately, on purpose, and promised to do so, then you have to take responsibility for that decision and be the person that they wanted to marry, and hopefully they'll stop being a pain in the ass as well. Now, I know that's terribly difficult these days with all the pressure. It can be done. I don't know if I'm going to include that last rant. I'm just going to stuff down the picnic. I think that little lecture on stress is over. Yeah, because I'm having a penguin and an Angel Delight, and I'm going to walk into the forest. I snaffled this down so fast I almost didn't press record.